Hey, yo, we're back with Cash on the Hood, your favorite podcast. And we love you because you like, share, and subscribe. I'm here with my main man, Steven Sickles, Brian Cottington behind the decks. Yo, who we with today?
Ben Sauer.
Ben Sauer. We're keeping on with the Sauer theme. You guys just heard about J.A. Sauer. Now we got Ben Sauer coming in here with Steven Sickles. Are you starstruck?
I should be the one starstruck. All these trips on the road, I've always heard about Cousin Ben, and I finally get to meet him.
There you go. Isn't that sweet?
That's awesome.
Right. So we were, right before we started recording, we were, of course, talking about the hustle. Steven's got a tow, a Fiesta.
I got a 1991 Ford Fiesta on the hook after this. I ran an ad that's like $400 for any car that runs and drives and complete. And we've determined you got to take the bad with the good, so...
That's it.
1991 Ford Fiesta it is.
Right?
Sounds like a party.
Right. I mean, because we've learned that. Like, we've towed Audis, we've towed BMWs, but you got to tow Fiestas to get to those ones.
Has anyone actually seen a Fiesta in the MWFA class yet? Those are tiny.
They are tiny. I've spray painted one for the Gambler 500. They cut the roof off and made it a pickup truck. It was pretty rad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This one's apparently has severe rust issues, so we'll see. It could even be more dangerous.
I know. Then you have to drive it. You're the one.
You know, it sounds like a really good vehicle for Fatty.
Ha 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 ha. He would get so hurt again. They have TJ has really changed up how they're going to run that derby. So you guys are going to be hearing this after the Dead Man Derby already happened. But Steven, I think you're in the most wanted class, right?
I'm not registered for anything yet.
What?
Yeah,
We're dumbfounded. Cousin
Wait a
Ben's like,
minute.
what?
yeah.
That's
So
not you.
I played not that I played a trick. TJ knows I'm coming. TJ knows so I've been like watching the classes, and like if a class I am gonna run would be that close to filling up, I'd sign up.
Mm-hmm.
But I have so many pre-runs at the end of the year and so many things, and like I only want to run 2 or 3 of the show, which most people only run 1. I'm only going to run 2 or 3, but I don't know what 2 or 3 yet. So we did I'm getting closer to the goal. I got my gut and go car done, full size. Jason just painted it, Hakuna Matata.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You like that stuff?
That was awesome.
Yeah, I was looking and like, I didn't think you were going to be able to portray a scar that good with paint that easy.
Mhm.
And you did. And then I was actually I'm sort of sad that it's covered up with blood because that scar was bad ass.
It was cool.
It was really cool. So like
we had to destroy it, you know? What I
yeah,
mean?
so I like went through Leach's TikTok and like screenshotted the scar before the blood was on it so I could save it for later.
Nice.
But yeah, we got the gut and go and then bumper swap tag team compacts with my boy Mark Metz. And I'm gonna try and put together an MWFA car, which try and put together is like 4 hours worth of effort. So hopefully we get that done.
Yeah, we can do it on Sunday. You gonna run a derby car? You gonna do this? Gonna get a helmet on?
I'd like to.
Yeah?
It's been quite a few years since I ran one.
When was the last time you ran one?
Probably close to 20 years ago now.
And that was at Stoneborough, I'm assuming?
No, it was at Jamestown.
Oh, okay.
Cool. What'd you run?
Mid-80s Caprice.
Buck Chevy.
Did the back go down?
We didn't get very far. Our other cousin Josh parked on my hood.
Well, that's not fun.
That's so friendly. A little friendly fire.
Yeah.
It happens to Steven all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Well, you drove down here today after working a long shift, and you brought your wife with you. It's very kind. And made it a Sauer affair. So we appreciate having you on here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What's going on?
I'm Ben Sauer. I'm Jason's cousin. I run a couple different things. I ran a conservation group called Northwestern PA Sportsmen for Conservation that we started in 2015. That is dedicated to getting kids outdoors and to promote awareness in the Northwestern Pennsylvania area of all the different faculties that we have available to people. I've been a Boy Scout leader, a Girl Scout educator, recognized by a group called 2% for Conservation, where you donate 2% of your gross wages plus 2% of your yearly time to giving back to nature. I've wrote a book, and now I've just started my own clothing line called Crook Lives.
Yeah, I've been watching it blow up on TikTok. It's pretty cool. You went down there to Wynwood Walls in Miami to, what did you shoot some, what is that?
It was more, we shot iguanas while we were down there, but the Wynwood Walls was more of a sightseeing tour, and it was the kind of art that speaks to me, the street art and the vibrant colors and whatnot. It was an awesome experience.
Yeah. You see any Sauer stickers? Were you looking for some?
We looked. We could not find any, but mine are there now.
Nice. All right. I'll look for them. Steven gets in on the sticker hustle. It's fun.
Don't buy the cheap ones.
Don't buy cheap stickers. Invest in yourself. Right?
Yes.
I saw one of your stickers on our party van. It's been through 2 people and it's back to us again. The van that has the MW on the front.
Mm-hmm.
I opened the door on there and I saw you snuck one of your stickers there. So it's been there a long time.
That went on in Mercer County. When you were up towards where I live, we put that on there.
Nice. Yeah, we had a 16-passenger van, that big boy from Ford. It's half rotted out now.
So what were you actually shooting the iguanas for? Was that part of
it? Fun, I guess. We went, my wife and I went on a 3-day charter outside of Fort Lauderdale in the Everglades. Was 2 days of hunting iguanas and 1 day of fishing for peacock bass.
Oh, okay.
The iguana hunting was probably easy, right?
No.
Really?
No. It's not easy at all. You're sitting on a boat, they're up in the tree, and you have 2 different motions going on at the same time and trying to aim. Very small window of opportunity to actually kill them on the initial shot.
Wow.
So when he said shoot iguanas, I was thinking like photography at first.
No,
So-
with a CO2 powered pellet rifle.
Oh man, I used to have a pet iguana. That sort of makes me sad, but I get it.
There's so many of them in Florida. They're just, I remember going there and I was like, oh, look. And then I was like, oh, look, oh my.
Yeah.
They're everywhere, like on every dock, on every ledge, and anywhere that it's warm.
I had to kindly give mine back to the person who gifted it to me because he got so big and he was just a dick. His name was Shrek, and his tail would just literally, like, if you tried to bath
He
him
liked
or
to
anything,
whip you?
oh my God.
Yeah.
He was cool to look at, but he just wasn't a fun pet.
How big did he get?
His body was, but his tail was so long. That was the biggest problem. Like, and we built like do you call it a terrarium or whatever? It was like a box that had like water in it and like a whole nother, we had a big thing for him and he just became aggressive.
They don't stay friendly very often.
Yeah, no.
Do you have pet iguanas? No? No lizards, no snakes?
No, I don't have any reptiles at the moment.
I don't even like reptiles. I don't know how I ended up with them. My aunt was like, I got you an iguana. It's like, oh.
Not a dog,
Now I have to take care of it.
right? I know that feeling. Someone just dropped off another chicken to me, so now I have 3 chickens. And the 2 chickens that I have don't like the new chicken, so we have to
Oh boy.
create all these exercises where they can be together, don't worry about the chickens and getting
Trying to work the new chicken into the system.
Well, we finally got new chicken in the box. The new chicken will sleep in the box with the other chickens, but it's a gray chicken and it's only like this big, and I guess it makes green eggs. So hasn't made an egg yet, so we'll see.
Green eggs and ham.
Right? I got a little farm here in the
Does
city.
the chicken have a name?
Ricky Lake is the name that it came with, or she came with. Yeah.
I was gonna say you could have went with something along Dr. Seuss lines.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could rename the chicken, but it's up to Rowdy if he wants it, right?
Yeah.
Well, tell us about your book.
My book is called Banking My Own Way. It's the first book in the Wilhelm Horvath saga. It is a conglomerate of a lot of different things that I was interested in. Basically, what you could consider is take Harry Potter, mix him with Iron Man, sprinkle in a little Batman, and top it off with Harry Dresden, throw it in a bowl, mix it up, and you're going to get my character Willem Horvath inside my book. He's a lifelong resident of Pittsburgh. He's a wizard, goes on an extraordinary journey to figure out who he really is, and then comes back to the city to give back to the city, all while fighting different magical properties within the city that normal people don't see. And everything within the book, the places in the book are real places you can find in Pittsburgh. And there's some little hidden treasures that I found throughout the city that most people wouldn't even know about. I had to include those.
Nice. So yeah, you live just north of the city, and you come here often and really make yourself a part of the scene, the vibe, you know?
Yeah, it's the closest large city we have to us. I have family here, so coming down into the city is kind of a natural thing for us. We come down quite often and hang out on the strip, go to the comic book stores, visit family.
You know, when we were real young men, the strip used to be a place for cars.
Yeah.
You know, people don't cruise anymore. Do they cruise where you're at, Stephen?
So growing up, we used to have our original shopping center, Uniontown, PA, was one of the first. It wasn't. I don't think it was one of the first McDonald's, but it was the home of the Big Mac. So that's where it originated. And
oh yeah.
that shopping center
It's got
there,
the museum there.
yeah, that shopping center down there was like huge growing up. Like there would be tons of 60s and 70s cars. I can remember as a little kid, my dad would take me there on Friday nights, and they'd go do their street racing on the bypass and stuff. Like it was pretty cool. Then we had Restaurant Row, so that was on the other side of town. After that, everyone would go cruise Restaurant Row. I was just talking, there's nothing like that now.
It really isn't. I can't find a cruising scene.
Some of the younger kids with like the Hondas and the rice burners, I call them, they seem to like have like pop-up meets now here and there, but there's nothing consistent or.
Yeah, it's not like anywhere like back in the day. I could just drive down to the strip any time of day or night, and especially at night.
I took my Imperial to one of them pop-up meets once. One of my friends, she said, "Hey, swing out with your car," and it was interesting because none of them kids even had a clue what the hell it was.
Yeah,
they thought it was cool, but they're like, "What is this?"
Right?
It's
It doesn't make
Chrysler.
sense.
Like,
We don't even have that up home anymore, where it was back and forth up and down the 4 lanes in the Grove City, and it's all gone. We have occasional what are called Mercer County meetups, but they're very few and far between.
Yeah, I miss cruising. I miss, listening to your radio, meeting up, new people jumping in the truck, going here, going there,
I do want to ask you though, where can you find your book?
You can find it on, it's self-published through Amazon KDP, and that's where it's hosted. You'll have to go on Amazon and find it.
What's the title again?
Making My Own Way, book 1 of the Willem Horvath saga.
Making My Own Way.
Mhm.
Nice, on Amazon.
I like to read. I don't know. I don't read a lot anymore in life, but like Harry Potter was one of my favorites. J.K. Rowling's. I read a few of her other books, like just her literature and the way she portrayed, like was easily readable for me. Since then, I've only read like some Tucker Max and some like really ornery stuff, but I'll give it a shot.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, what do you think? Podcast, you digging it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really called you in the middle of the night. I was like, "Yo, get down here! Like, we got this spot."
You did. You 2 days notice and working 11 to 7. I'm like, 8 o'clock's going to be a press, but we'll figure it out.
I make Steven do it too. So
He probably sent me a schedule like 4 months ago that I have no clue where it is. So like Thursday night, he's like, "Hey, recording Saturday."
right.
I
It's,
still slept in.
right. It's what we do. It's the schedule because Brian over there, he's got 4 kids. He's gotta get going on a Saturday. You got demolition derbies to do, and everyone's got something. So
Steve is to pick up.
yeah, but
Saving the world one car at a time.
Yeah, you are. That's awesome. We tried to get a minivan this week and it just didn't work out. So maybe by next week we'll have it.
Maybe Breeze can run the Festiva.
Oh my goodness. That'd be crazy.
To be determined.
Right. So by the time you guys hearing this, who knows?
Yeah. Take a guess what type of vehicle Breeze is going to be in.
All right, and we'll see. All right, I think that's pretty good for this first episode. Thank you so much for everybody who listens. Like, share, subscribe. Without you guys, we ain't nothing. Steven Sickles has his Revved Up Garagecast. Tell him about it, Steven.
Revved Up Garagecast. We talk, we're way more Demolition Derby based. Just me, my best friend Mark, and good friend Eddie. We've been having a hard time that once Derby season started, meshing together, all three of us at once to be consistent, but we're not going anywhere. We're going to be around. Like, share, follow. Make sure to follow Cash on the Hood first. He's definitely winning the race to 100,000 downloads now. But
I heard my numbers. They're good. Thank you.
It's not. It's a tortoise and a hare situation. We're going to be slow and steady, and we're gonna get there.
Well, that's my move too. It's a marathon. We're just going to do this till we're 80. All right, one more time, Cousin Ben. Tell them how they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook at Crook Lives. My book's on Amazon under Making My Own Way, book 1 of the Willem Horvath saga. If you want to look at some of the videos for the clothing line on TikTok, that would be at Custom Cars 98.
There it is. That's pretty good. And Brian there with the Cinema Psychos. By the time you're listening to this, he'll have near 300 episodes in. So we salute him. We salute StudioME for hosting us here in East Liberty. Lipson for making sure we're number one everywhere. And we thank you so much for listening. Stick around. In 2 more weeks, you're going to hear the next episode with Cousin Ben.